Okay, so the first thing we do, we pull out this filter. We bring it over here. Keep following me all the way. I'm going to set it right here. And then we're going to go back this way. We're going to unplug the top plug. Then the little red valve we're going to open up down here below.
I can't see it. Can't see it.
This red valve right here. Okay. Then we're going to open up this top piece here, the air valve. We're going to push this down. We're going to put it to backwash. Okay? So we're going to let this drain for about 1 minute or so. We're just without the pump on, the red valve open below. Then while that's draining, we're going to come over here. We're going to, at the end of this here, we're going to pull this out once, twice, all the way. Push it in. Do that with the bottom one as well. All the way out. All the way in. Just like that. So we're cleaning off the UV lights doing that. Okay. Then we're going to come back over here. We're going to turn off the red valve down below. As you can see, that's now in the off position. Then we're going to re-plug in right here. And we're going to let that run with the air releasing out of the top. And this valve still on backwash. Still on backwash. Let that run just to, about a minute. So what that's doing is backwashing all the beads that are inside of this machine. Kind of doing a backwash for a bit. About a minute or so. We're kind of speeding this up a little bit for the film just so you know what we're doing. Then, probably about good now, we're going to come over here, we're going to unplug. Very, very important to unplug it each time before you move this valve. So you're going to unplug it again, and then you're going to push down. You're going to move this over to rinse. It's on rinse. Then you're going to come back over here again, and you're going to plug it in, and you're going to let it run until all the dirty water that you see coming off of the top valve gets fairly clear. Starting to get pretty clear now, as you can see. So then you're going to turn off the valve, nice and tight so there's no water, making sure that that is still on rinse. So it's now rinsing. Now we're going to go back over to the other filter. Well, that's currently going through the rinse cycle. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have our hose on the stream setting. We're going to tip all the junk stream setting on the hose. It's okay, that's just the stream. It's going to be there. I'm not changing the setting. Then we're going to start rinsing all this out. Kind of giving it a little bit of a shake. You get a lot of plant life, a lot of algae in there. You get this nice and rinsed. So when we're rinsing it, we're going to keep going and turning it inside and out like this again. So you're getting all the plant life off the net. Getting it nice and rinsed. You gotta really make sure that there's not a bunch of plants and algae and stuff left in it, because then it clogs up the pond pretty quickly. So you gotta make sure it's really, really rinsed really, really well. Like I said, normally I'd spend a little bit more time on the rinsing, but because we're trying to keep this video pretty short, I'm just kind of doing a pretty quick rinse. But you can just see by going inside and out a few times on it is really the best way to do it, to get it nice and clean. Nice and clean with the high pressure water. Okay? It's pretty clean now. Most of the stuff's out of it pretty well. Okay, now I'm going to leave this gate unlocked for you, but I'm going to have the padlock on the gate. But it's going to go locked, but it'll just go like this without having to put the code, okay? So it's not really locked. Okay, then we're going to come back over here. As you can see, the larger side of the filter goes up. And the up position goes right in these two slots, right here in the front. These are the two slots it sits in, so it should look just like that. Okay, the pond is refilling right there, so that's all normal. Everything there is normal. If you hear any weird sounds or anything, let me know. Okay, then back up. We're gonna carefully lay the slate back down. We're gonna look over at the pond to make sure, as you can see, the water level is getting lower, as you can see around the rocks, because we're doing a rinse cycle. So it's taking the dirty water and it's draining it. So let's go back up to here. Go back up this way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to again unplug the top plug. We're going to set that down, and then we're going to move this to the filter cycle. Push down, up, filter. It's on filter. And again, we make sure this is closed off to the right, tight, and then we make sure that the red valve down below is in the closed position right now. Then we're going to come back over here, plug it in, making sure that this is down, because of the water and the rain will cause the circuit breaker to fail or trip. So we want to make sure that that's in the closed position. No water coming out of the top here. And this is on filter. Okay, so that's it. It's all done. Any other questions, just let me know, but that's how you do it.